Hi everyone, this is Ananya V. So today, now I am going to tell you about the concept amino acids which comes under biomolecules. Amino acids are organic acids which have amino group NH2 and carboxylic group C over H attached to the same carbon. So since both the functional groups are attached to the same carbon, so it is known as an alpha carbon. And even hydrogen group and variable R group both are also attached to the carbon. These are known as substituted methanes. This is because all the substituent groups are attached to the 4 valency positions of the carbon atom. Since the alpha carbon is present which has 2 functional groups attached to it, so these are known as alpha amino acids. Based on the variable R group, the amino acids which are proteinaceous in nature can be classified into 20 different types. Some of the examples of these amino acids are glycine, which contains variable hydrogen group in it. Alanine, which contains methyl group in it. Serine, which contains hydroxymethyl in it. Now I am going to represent you these 3 structures. Here the variable H group is attached. Here methyl group is attached in the variable R group. Here hydroxymethyl is attached in the place of variable R group. Based on the position of amino group, carboxylic group and variable R group, they can be classified into 7 different types. These 7 different types of amino acids are given a mnemonic. It's NAPSAHA. N represents neutral, A acidic, B basic, S sulfur, A alcoholic, H heterocyclic and A aromatic. Coming to the first one, neutral. It is known as neutral because it has 1 carboxylic group and 1 amino group. So, the examples of this neutral are, these examples are 5 which are also given by a mnemonic. It's gly, al, val, lu, I. The letters in the capital are the 5 examples. These are glycine, alanine, valine, leucine and isoleucine. Coming to second letter of NAPSAHA, acidic. It has 1 extra carboxylic group. So, the examples are also given by a mnemonic. It's GAGA. G represents glutamic acid, A aspartic acid, G glutamine and A asparagine. Come to the third letter, basic. It has extra amino group and its example is also given by a mnemonic arginine. R represents arginine and L represents lysine. Coming to fourth group, sulfur. Sulfur contains a sulfur group in it and this example is given by a mnemonic cis met sulfur. Cis represents cystine Met represents methionine. Coming to fifth one, alcoholic. They have OH group in it as its name symbolizes. So, its example is given by a mnemonic Sir. Sir represents serine and Third represents threonine. Coming to sixth one, it's heterocyclic. These heterocyclics have N present in its ring and its example is given by a mnemonic his pro. His represents histidine and pro represents proline. In addition to it, it also has an example hydroxyproline. Coming to seventh type, aromatic, is a cyclic structure with a straight side chain bearing a carboxylic and amino group. So the examples are given by a mnemonic tryptophan, tyrosine, tryptophan and phenylalanine. So its structures is as follows. This is a structure of phenylalanine. Now coming to the topic, Zwitter ions. Zwitter ions have both positive and negative charge. So they are known as Zwitter ions and it can be acidic or basic depending upon the solution in which they are dissolved. But it cannot be uncharged unless the pH of the solution is neutral. So at an isoelectric state, these Zwitter ions form a Zwitter ionic form. So B is a Zwitter ion since it has both positive and negative charge. So coming to peptides. Two amino acids can join through amino group of one and carboxylic group of other by the loss of water molecule and this is known as a peptide bond. So by the loss of this H2O water molecules, these two form a bond and this is known as a peptide bond. If few amino acids are joined in this fashion, so they are known as oligopeptides and if many are joined, they are known as polypeptides. So liver can synthesize both carbohydrates and non-carbohydrates such as amino acids, proteins and fats and this process is known as glucogenesis. So, amino acids can be synthesized by the liver to form glucose or glycogen and can also form ketogenic bodies. Example of this glucose or glycogen are 18 amino acids out of 20 and examples of these ketogenic bodies are leucine and lysine. Both glucose and glycogen or ketogenic bodies are also present in the same amino acids and the examples of both of these includes the mnemonic 3TPI. 3T represents tryptophan, tyrosine and threonine. P represents phenylalanine I represents isoleucine. Amino acids can be classified as polar and non-polar. Polar are joined by hydrogen bonds such as protons, which are donors, and non-polars are buried inside the protein core. So the examples of polar are histidine, cysteine, etc. And non-polar include alanine, valine, leucine, and isoleucine. Now coming to functions of amino acids. So the functions of amino acids are not only building blocks of protein but also biologically active. Tyrosine can form adrenaline and thyroxine. Adrenaline is a hormone present upon the kidney which prepares the body for fight or flight situation, and it is associated with sympathetic nervous system. Thyroxine regulates the basal metabolism and it is a hormone secreted by a thyroid gland. It also gives a skin pigment melanin. Coming to the second function, by removing amino acids, carbons can form glucose. Antibiotics contain non-polar amino acids. So these are the functions of amino acids. So let me end this session by saying that amino acids is an important part of biomolecules and it's a vast study in the part of biomolecules. Thank you.